Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome to Kulinoska Roya. I am Nasade, and well, I guess bear with me because apparently my Stream Deck is not working. I don't know why it's. Well, I guess no, the Stream Deck's working fine. It's not communicating with OBS correctly. I've already rebooted OBS, and I don't want to like stop everything and try again and all stuff. So I know, probably turn it off, back on, such sort of situation is probably what's needed. Like, yeah, none of these things work? Yeah. Because those don't have labels, so I don't even know what they are. Just a scene waiting for OBS. Anyway. If I've been using OBS correctly at the very least. You should be able to see on your screen all of Create. In terrible hard to read little things. I don't know what version this is anymore. I think it's 2. Do I have a I don't know. What do you name things? There we go. I was just gonna mess around with just the survival modes, cheats. Oh, so hopefully I can switch between modes. Let's take a look at it. I might have turned game audio down too much. Not like I can do anything about that. At least not from the Stream Deck. But yeah, I don't know. It's normally I go to bed about this time, but I want to stay up a little bit. Poke around and man, drop frames network. 1%. Terrible, I guess. That pressure count. Already. 3 frames missed due to rendering lag. Oh no, rendering or encoding, it's not sure. He's a demon and he's gonna be chasing after someone. Yeah, I don't know the rest of the words to Speed Racer. Here comes Speed Racer. He's a demon on wheels. He's a demon and he's gonna be chasing after someone. Or coming after someone? Mm-hmm. Mach 5. Go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go Speed Racer, go. So what was I doing over in this? This is supposed to be all of Create, literally. So hopefully. Okay. He's very quiet. Maybe a bit better. Animal directory, torch, blueprints. Oh, open quest window. Have I actually played this? I'm starting to wonder. All you seem to be start. Click the check mark under the word tasks. Do not eat the bread until the tutorials. New quests will start to appear. Yeah, I suppose. Press B uses. Press X to crawl. Oh. See a zoom. Nice. X doesn't seem to do anything. It's so annoying. I know you have no clue what I'm complaining about. So annoying when well, crawl doesn't seem to be a thing. Cataclysm ability. No, that is. Activate dash. Estrogen? Well, I don't know why I'm trying to read. Like, I already searched for crawl and it didn't happen. He opens up those hot bars. Well, at least that zoom works. Right click while crouching to hold a block. Cinnamon. I know. I'm in survival mode. Honestly, I was gonna just be on creative to play around with stuff, but I guess now I just figure out this mod pack itself. Well, are you telling me that cinnamon, the one wood I can't do that with? Alright, let's just grab 2 of these. There. Alright. That's cool. It's got a little, mouse is being a little strange. Nope, can't pick up stuff. Maybe I need to, because I just updated this. Maybe I need to just start over. Because maybe I have stuff that is... Use item place block. Yeah, I don't know what you're saying about me being able to pick stuff up. Sneak clicking, right clicking doesn't do anything. So I don't know what you're on about, mod pack. You know what? Recipe works. Uses works. I just got a message from somebody, and that just reminded me of a message I had sent them before. Oh, the lantern swing. Anyway, it just reminds me of a song that I had listened to before. 900 blocks that way. We're all gonna die. What I can gather. And some other stuff, blah, 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 blah. Thought on me for cracked ass screen. At least what I remember, blah, 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 something. Anyway, there's a thing that's, it's rain and fire. There's rivers of blood. It ain't funny. Oh, what is it? Something about having to go back to work. Hold on. Oh, there's rivers of blood. It ain't funny. But I better get to work, 'cause my boss is a jerk. And being alive costs money. Yeah. And so there's, I found some good songs, but boy, they're a little too real. Okay. So, some of these controls don't seem to work. The question is, do I just go ahead and... Let's save and quit the title. I know. It's gonna mess with the flow. As if there was any. Alright. Let's just make a new... I was not prepared for the preparing for world creation. Yeah, because I just want ab. Lab. Let's just do creative. Cheats are on, sure. Difficulty didn't matter. Where is keep inventory? There may or may not have been more stuff. Probably a game rule about how many players required to sleep, but I'm playing on single player, not in a server, so yeah. Oh, shame. Add a viewer. Ow! Sorry, I clamped myself with a... Oh, and interestingly, One Piece actually flip. It just hurt more than expected. Alright, come here, Nightbot. Make sure you're running. Oh, hey, it looks like Twitch finally fixed the thing, unfortunately, where one of my Cyberpunk videos was just up for months. That was cool. I guess check out Kalina Skroya on YouTube. Yay. You know, like, follow, subscribe. Same over here. Follows, please. Follow or else. Not like I can threaten anybody with anything. I'm not even the kind of person to like seriously threaten anybody anyway. So not only am I not the kind of person to actually threaten somebody, But at the same time, it's not like there's any sort of actionable threat I could make. You better follow me, or else I'll. Hey, lonely red panda. I'm just poking around in the All of Create mod pack that's on FTB. I just started the whatever world over because stuff was not quite right, and I just wonder if it's an older, because it was a world from an older version of pack, from the older version of the pack. But yeah, I was just gonna be playing around in creative and, you know, not really doing much of anything super. What's the word I need? Super. It's just create basically. I think. I don't know what the actual mod list is. So I just assume it's creating a bunch of other adjacent create flavored mods to try to like add on to stuff and whatnot. Well, we're off to a great start. Dun 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 dun. May or may not be broken. Probably on the may not side, but who knows. It is loading a world for the first time instead of a already made one, so we're 8, negative 141, 8. Negative 141, huh. Wonder what mods it's using for world size. Because negative 141 seems like they'd be pretty far down. There we go. 101. That seems more like it. Hey. Okay. For some reason, did I pick block or something by accident? What did I just press? Go away. We're in creative. Alright. Click that. Grab some bread. Don't eat the bread till we're done. Reward collected, task completed. I think we're stuck again. Interesting. This is going fine on the already made world. I'm surprised that it's actually like struggling so much on brand new world. Especially here in the quest screen. Nothing else is going weird. Oop. I clicked and I've got a little oh, you can't see it. I got, oh, there we go. Crawl. Okay, so crawl and picking up blocks is still in here. Zoom is a thing, yeah. Cool. Crawl still does not seem to be an actual thing I can do. And just picking up any block isn't a thing I can do. Let's just get a bog standard chest. Sneak. Nope. Unless sneak is not crouching, like as far as this mod is concerned. Make sure to scroll down. I can't scroll any further. No, those two worked. Crawl doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything. Zoom worked. Map works. New waypoint works. When I meant to create a world, I should have done a super flat with nothing in it because I was just going to play around with actual create, so weirdness. That wasn't the word I needed either. I am bad at talking today. Player death history? Oh, that's not player death history. You is just the you is just the waypoint manager is what that is. Which, if you died a bunch, you'd have a bunch of waypoints. That's the claiming screen. Oh, making claims. Got it. Like claiming chunks. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, icon top left. Do you have to be teams? Yep, I'm in my own party. Oh, quest is over here too. Cool. Hey, there we go. Okay. So, oh hey, we have to have the bread with us to complete these. Cool. Give me those torches. And I'm gonna, even though the crawl and picking up stuff isn't a thing in this mod pack, seems. And stuff about JEI. Yeah, I know about JEI. Let's pin this so this stays. Okay, hey, ooh, much stuff, cool. All crates based around a crate, yeah. Oh, I wouldn't have, honestly, I wouldn't have considered create a steampunk mod, even though it very obviously is. Ooh, fried rice, thank you. Andesite, yeah. Copper casings, cool. All the, ooh. Wireless redstone transfer, awesome. Rod of constant rotation, yeah. Gears, all the mechanisms. Anything new or different that I'm not used to? All those seem normal. I haven't done much with the display link or display boards. That might be interesting to play with. Funnels and tunnels, yeah. The item vault is also something I need to like probably learn how to use better. Well, that's what I'm used to. Ooh, what is this? Copycat panel. Copycat blocks allow you to make steps and panels out of the things that typically cannot take those shapes. Fun. Millstone. It's funny to just call it SU when it's stress units, yeah, and that's, I wouldn't even consider that you're spending stress units. It's just how much a machine can do. I'm so stressed. I need to measure it. Water wheel, windmill, steam. That's right. Steam is a thing. Oh, and arm cranks, yeah. Oh yeah, doing the fan to do your haunting, your smoking, your blasting, and washing. That's all fun things. And if anybody's watched me play, oh, what were we playing? What was the mod pack we played? Oh my. I mean, I should understand by looking at the map that I am in the middle of a spruce forest. But, definitely middle. Oh, hey. Hey! Okay, yeah, if anybody ever watches me play any of these, you'll know that, like, my natural habitat seems to be holes in the ground. Anyway. Okay, so what button do I need? I am all over the place. Quests. Okay. Mechanical press. Cut down trees, the ranch. Plow. I know it says plow. But my American brain says pluff. Harvester. Hell yeah. What are you? Small connector. Connectors insert and extract energy from or into blocks and wires and use connect between connectors. So just a way to go from different mods? But, I mean... Oh, is estrogen literally just a way to get on E? Hold on, I just have to. Just deploy Nether Star, deploy another Nether Star, deploy another Nether Star to just get ooh. Okay, cool. Oh, that's right. We're gonna have to. Jesus, we're gonna have to make. If you want to take E, we're gonna have to take it. We're gonna have to make it the old-fashioned way. Ew. Now, it's adorable and all, but also I must say it's kind of sad that literally there's only E. For any of our transmask friends, why is there no T? And then for those of us who are NBs, what about neither? Redstone relay only allows energy to flow when it's receiving a redstone signal. Oh, so it's just a gate. Okay, you give it a signal, it'll only allow energy to pass through when the signal's gone. Oh, blaze burners, yeah. Deployer, that's one of the ways you feed some things to blaze burners. You'd probably make blaze cakes. I bet you there's a quest for that somewhere, but cooking guide, omelets. Ooh, mac and cheese. Actually, I'm surprised. Is blaze cakes not a thing here right now? Anyway, blaze cake would be what you do to make the blazes really work. Oh, let you see through the eyes of a conductor. Allows you to activate redstone whilst looking at them and can also carry your toolbox around. That's interesting. Conductor whistle. Oh, that's right. Trains. Okay, all the train stuff. I've not done any of the train stuff. What's wrong, Lonely Red Panda? Why, the heartbreak? Yeah, so I've never done trains. I don't know what all the stuff for trains would be. What can I feed the blazes? Oh, biofuel. You can just give them biofuel to turn them into superheated. Oh, peanut oil. Is this it? Biofuel, vague other things. Amethyst, slime, and lava. Oh, just those three. For heated. And then oils, or seed oils. For regular heated as well. Da-da-da-dum. Okay, so instead of blaze cakes, could potentially do peanut oil or biofuel. Acclimator, okay, battery, cool. Mechanical crafter for all the fancy stuff. Oh. Oh yeah, alternator, electric motor, yeah. Standard stuff. Crusher. Extendo grip. Let you poke things from a distance. Alright, what's connected got? Network running at speed with a powered brake. Brass gearbox. Control chips, pulse generator. Ooh. Trigger and overstress clutch and blow a shear pin. Huh. Coke, creosote, heavy machinery. Stuff that I recognize from other mods, but I'm not sure how it would relate to this mod. I got dark fast. Time passed while I was immersive aircraft is a thing. I just figured I was gonna search for immersive engineering and see what we got, but daytime again. What's new age? You heard it right, lads. FE in create. Probably need more than your normal water wheels to power this thing. Ain't that the truth? Strange rock. You'll need 12 blocks surrounding a coil in order to maximize energy. Magnetite. Oh, by new age, do you literally mean new age? Oh, magnets and things? Are there crystals? Thorium. Are we nuclear yet? Ooh. Kitchens. Stuff? What's a slicer? A sprinkler? Give your Blaze a guide and turn it into a master chef. Blaze stove will provide mechanical arm support for kitchenware, including cooking pot, kettle, copper pot. Blaze stove can also boost cooking up to 4x. So you can turn your Blaze into a into a chef. Cooler iron. What did do cast iron recipes like nails and mechanical? Logistics. Smelt some tin to start going into some alloys and mechanisms. Rotation speed controller motor. Motor that doesn't generate any stress and control the speed up to 256 stress units. That doesn't make sense. If it doesn't have stress, then how does it? Ah. Oh, I made a chest, so. Diamond chest has got a bunch of slots. Oh, so all we got different tiers of chests. Cool. Simple chest that has died will allow it to work for it to upgrade to a higher tier for more storage. Same for shulker boxes. Some sort of inventory management thing. Same for the barrels and backpacks. Okay. Looks like you can put your inventories together in this. Kind of like some of the computer systems from other mods. It is a little what is the temperature down? 66.4. It's a little chilly in where am I located? Portals. Teleporters. Telejuice. Well, that helps. Get a bucket of Telejuice. Well, yeah, but how do I get Telejuice? Oh. Just chorus root. Chair. It's a seat. Nothing more. Nothing less. But if you're in a moving contraption, might as well glue it to the contraption so you can sit and move along with it. Don't super glue yourself to the seat. Well, should I set up shop in the hole? Because it'd be a little silly to try to switch over to tin. Because I want to be mostly creative right now to poke around, but it would be a little weird to not a little weird. It'd just be a little annoying and take forever to switch yet again, switch worlds and stuff. Yeah, find andesite. Andesite's the start of most of Create. And like what you would do, sturdy rocks. Get andesite casings. You'd put a log down, and you'd right click it with this. Of course. Does it have to be stripped? It might have to be stripped. Yeah. That's how you get andesite. Or get andesite casings. And, like, if I were playing this in survival, probably one of the first things I would try to do is what? Hand crank. It's so weird. This is just so tiny. Video. Hey, I can see. normally. Yeah, I know, right? Red Panda. There's, I know. I was like, what if I just make a new world? Like, no, it took plenty of time to get here. We don't need to. There's a bronze version. Acts like a mechanical saw, but mines faster and allows for bulk sawing. Huh. Anyway, yeah. If I were in survival, probably one of the first things I would do would be to make mechanical saw. And see, that way you can just chop down trees. Then you kind of have to go searching for where everything went. And then, yeah, I'd be probably making, especially here, making a windmill, because we are nowhere near water. Yeah, I wonder if there's wood stuck in some other trees. Rusty. No way. Are you telling me my inventory is already full? No, you just don't want to pick those up for some reason. Weird. Where was the oh, it would have been all the way over there. Oh, that's right. I forgot. The other cool thing about the mechanical saw is you put it this way, and then you can do cool stuff like that. Sorry. Oh. Ooh, made a medium cast mold out of it. Like, yeah, then you can sort of like basically if I wanted planks, then I could basically like, hey, only give me planks out of this. And then if you fed it with a belt, huh? Isn't that odd? Why you don't give us planks? Isn't that great? I'm just like, hey, here's what you can do with this. And the game's just like, no, you can't. You can make molds. Is larch specifically only gonna be for these molds? Okay. So what if we had like a good old-fashioned oak tree? Yeah, the game's doing a great job of like, hey, I know you think you know how to play this game, but you don't. Anyway, then yeah, this should work. Please work. What in the world? Okay. Why? Can I only saw logs into these molds? Then what's the point of the recipe filter? Okay. In regular create stuff, you could do that. I'm pretty sure. There's 1,300 recipes. Yeah, maybe. I thought I was smart. But maybe I'm not. At the very least, it's shown how you can use it to like turn different blocks into the various cosmetic versions. Like turning one former waxed copper block into copper sheets. So it does have a purpose. Not too crazy. Mechanical press. But yeah. So water would be appears to be it would be in short supply right now. So you wouldn't be doing water wheels around here too soon unless you find water underground. Yeah, at the very least, the mechanical saw still is good for just cutting down entire trees in one go. Like you do it, you put it down and you be like, go away tree. And you can do more than just a single tree. And again, take this with a grain of salt, apparently. But like if you grew a bunch of trees next to each other, what I have done in other mod packs, at least with Create, is if I had several trees that I needed to cut down all like in a row, I might get some logs and put them together, and it should be able to get them all in one go. Watch that not work now. There we go, more or less, from where they're connected. So yeah, that's the main thing I would use that for anyway. But yeah, without water wheels, without water easily to use for water wheels, then doing the windmills are pretty simple, honestly. Nope. Was that okay? There we go. And it's shown like a more traditional looking windmill. But you can totally do that vertically instead of horizontally. There's been plenty of times where I would basically get a windmill bearing. Actually, let's just do it for me. Let's actually get the sail. bearing, and then some to use as a frame for it. And honestly, I either just use planks or I've used fence posts because they're not terrible. And then what? A gearbox? Yeah, probably just use a gearbox to use a gearbox to change your direction. If I hit caps lock somewhere along the way. It's like windmill bearing. Then you need at least 8. Oh, I'm silly. Yes, I'd use those sometimes, but that's not the first thing I need. Chassis. Silly me. Because I think if you use chassis and the bearings, you don't need to super glue everything. You might still. I'll check. Because, like, that should work on its own. Right? Okay. Super glue that. Okay, everybody calm down. Nope, there it goes. It's only got the bare minimum. But it runs. And if we put the engineer's goggle on, what does this do? What is this doing on its own? 512, yeah. So even though it's going super slow, it's a decent amount of little bit of stress units it can handle. Or you can translate that. Oh, there's shaftless cogwheels? Half shafts? Weird. Is it only full size? There it goes. So see then at its current speed, what does it say? So I've used this a few, like, you might be able to tell. I've used this mod a few times. I know a lot about basic plane create. All the fancy stuff that's this one I'm not entirely sure of. Where in the world is the... There it is. Stressometer. You can still do 512. Oh, but the the super duper speed is going to change how much stress is used by machines. Yeah, see, like at 256, the saw would use 1024. But if we cranked all the way back down to the 6 that's coming out of this thing anyway, it might not even be 6. That's just what. Here, hold on. Is that going to be at at standard, or is it going to come out at? Okay, that's still standard, right? Oh, it's actually all the way down at 1. Yeah. We're actually at 132% if we're running that fast. So if we actually just take this down to, heck, even 32. Yeah, at 32 RPM, this super basic, super slow, super simple windmill can run 4 mechanical saws. Or then if you're doing like those fans, actually, if you're going to run the encased fans to do, oh, they're also, look, they're running the, not the wrong way, but they're running, where it's suck instead of blow. How many of these could you run? 64 units is what it said, right? Yeah, I could run like, what, 8 of these things? 12%. What is 100 divided by 12? Not a super clean thing. Ah, 8 1/3. So yeah. Oh yeah, wait. 64 into 512, that's 64 into 512 is 8, isn't it? Yeah. Whoop whoop. I can math. So yeah, like that thing could run just going down at 32 RPM. You could run 8 of those. If you're willing to deal with super slow, like that's 2 stress units out of 512. For some machines, all the speed does is that it's just how fast certain things go. So like, yeah, doing the encased fans is just gonna, and actually some of the things don't even depend on speed much. Like I think your bulk smoking and your blasting, haunting, smoking, and washing, I don't think actually rely on the speed of the fan. But one of the things I always like to do is eventually, because I like doing the bulk, especially blasting and washing. What you do is you do water wheels. And because the water, in this case, like, basically you could, that you say you're making a washing station. Your water would not only run your water wheel. What direction does this go? But then you could also let's see, what is this running at? 32, 6. Is that 4 of them off of that? More? That's a lot more. 256 is because 32 and 32 64. 2 of those is 128. Yeah, like just this one wheel could run 8 fans at that speed. But like what I would do is potentially have these all network together just so that it would. Oh, the half shafts. That would be interesting. So yeah, what you do, one of the other things you do is, where is casing? Like say, you might want to do that maybe. Because then that way, if you were to make another station with a water wheel and everything, except using lava, this way you could network them together without. You could network them together the same way without breaking. Because the way, okay, so the way the gearboxes work. Okay, now see, you're making 256 stress units, you're making 256, so I can run so much more than just these 2 fans. But if I didn't have that casing on there, these 2 gears would interfere. Because the way this gearbox works. Actually, let's space out. That goes that way. But that goes that way. To see, from this point of view, counterclockwise, which in that case means that one's going that way. This one's going this way. So you couldn't set this, like that couldn't sit there because that would go the wrong way around. Oh, or I guess you still network them together, but that would drive this the wrong way. And then this would, instead of pushing, it would pull. But see, then you could also, instead of doing that there, you could also do, just depends on how you want to run things. Because when you do the big gears into little gears, you're also changing speeds. But if you do belts, then your speed's not changing. So see, this way, how many stretch units is it using? 16. So it's not going. So when we did a big gear, when we did the little gear, attached to the big gear, the little gear is going twice as fast as the big gear when it's driving because of the sizes. So it would run faster. And again, I don't know if the speed matters on these bulk stations or not. Let's see, look, if we network those together like that, then that's pulling in, and then you don't want to do that. You want this to run the opposite direction. So see, that might be another case where you do either a gear and you make sure it doesn't interface with that, or you just like leave this like this and do that. And then again, you're blowing faster, but you know, doesn't really matter. Can you do casing on this? You can. But I don't know if you can seal off that end. These half shaft cogs. You could specifically not interface with something. How do you make those? Oh, it's one andesite alloy and a plank. Why are we stuck? Why are we so much? Yeah, that specifically won't interface. And even though, see, that should work, because this is trying to drive it slower, that instantly pops that because it just doesn't work. Hey, wait, which way does this go? Oh, see, there's another way though you can network these together. If you're like, I want them to go the same speed, well then you could potentially belt them together. Like the wheels are working together to generate stuff. And then this belt is what's actually driving the power to those. So like these are networked together to drive that. Now you don't have to do belts, you could do other things too. There's chain drives and other stuff. I think previously in a game we were playing, okay, there's where you put stuff then to cook it. Like, oh, you need to smelt a bunch of stuff, just stick it on there and it'll cook. Before you do that, you'd probably want to wash it. You use crushers to like crush the ore down to stuff to then wash to then do things. Yeah, I think previously I actually just did chain drives. Right? don't remember. Like, do those still have power going between them? I don't remember. They might. You may be able to do 90 degrees. Yeah, see, there we go. Those are going the right way, too. See, then, so now you got plenty going so that you got free space here. Just in between these two. And I could be like, okay, there's a fan, and we could put a campfire there to do smoking. And another one to do haunting or something. And then you still got, I think, a total of 512. Does it just stack? I think it just stacks. Yeah. See, we're all between doing, if we had all four running, so we had washing, smoking, blasting, haunting. We're only using 12%. We're only using 1/8. Of our total capacity. Is that the right words? Am I doing my math wrong? 12.5% is 1/8, and it's probably is 12.5%, not 12%. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's like 1/8 our total capacity. And that's 2 water wheels and 2 sources. So then from here, you could, boy, what is with the lag and like, so then you can run all sorts of other stuff. Crushing wheels might take up too much. But yeah, maybe you want to do crushing wheels. I'm surprised crushing wheels are all the way here. Oh, but you got to do the mechanical crafter to get to crushing wheels. But basically, yeah, you would mine, you'd do crushing wheels to crush down the ore into crushed versions. Ooh, excuse me. I think the crushed versions, just wash that as is. You may not have to smelt them if you wash them. Let's see what we get out of it. Like, yeah, you'd stick that there, go do some other stuff. Maybe if this is running faster, these would go quicker. I don't remember. I don't remember if the actual... Ooh, air liquefier? Extract oxygen from the air and CO2 from campfires. Only work on Earth. Ooh. Cool. Well, that's just all around neato. What's an industrial fan? Anyway, just a good old fashioned airflow encased fans, yeah. When passing through lava, it becomes heated. Ooh! Blasting built-up cannon layers turns them into... I'm gonna pause. Blasting built-up cannon layers turns into built-up cannon blocks. The process works similar to bulk blasting of items using a fan blowing it into a lava block to heat up stuff. Takes a while for the cannon layers to transform into cannon blocks. Okay. Casting cannons, yeah. Yeah, how do these cannons work? I hadn't really paid much attention. It looks like you use all the various blocks to move them in ways. I guess I skipped ahead when I needed to see if this mentioned speed. Food items would be incinerated. Yeah, it's too hot. You smoke them instead. Yeah, speed of the fan does not affect the processing, just the range. There we go. Okay, do I not? All right. Am I confused? I thought you crushed it and then you could wash it. I guess not that. You just crush it and then cook it. That's fine. You turn clay into sand into clay. Oh yeah. So I guess the nickel you don't do it. But if I would have done iron you could get one raw iron, crushed raw iron, could go into full 9 iron ingots. And redstone. So like, they're not ingots, but nuggets. So you might not get a lot more than you would just by blasting it, but it would actually, you get some bonus stuff. And then depending on the mod pack, that some of those stats can actually change. In this case, it's just an extra chance for crushed iron pile, so that'd be a block. Like, yeah, like this is right, but you also get the extra redstone. In another mod pack, I think you got the regular amount of nuggets plus a chance for a few extra nuggets. So like you would, it would always be a good idea to just go ahead and wash it, because you'd get, instead of, you know, a stack of nuggets out of the appropriate amount of stuff, you could get a little bit more. Might have been a pretty appreciable amount. Might have been as high as like 60%, but it was something. It was some sort of amount. Oh, I guess if you did this right and space these out. So then you had campfires here, right? But if you did this right, could you do a cobblestone gen? Like right from up here. Using the same... our same water and lava. Right? And then you could use chutes or hoppers, I think. What would be better? Maybe if we had just had a hopper. Actually, I mean, I guess this is a good enough time to be like, okay, what about... chutes? Chutes, transport stuff. So belts, funnels. Oh, a chute can just grab stuff like a hopper, right? So see, in that case, you'd probably just then do chute. Then you could do angles. I need to ponder this again. Okay, so I guess what you would do would be to you'd start from the other side. But as it is, that should work, right? Like then you'd be like, oh, let's get a you'd build a drill. Ooh, and you got different stress impacts. In this case, will be super simple. And super slow. Just be like, up. Cobblestone generator. You're like, that's too slow. How do we speed it up? Well, gear ratios. In this case, we kind of want to boot, stack, go in this way. And so you could do the casings again to stop some of these from interfacing with each other. There we go. That's a bit convoluted and could be compacted a lot more. Let's see. Cobblestone generator. Cobblestone generator built into our bulk cooking, like blasting, smoking. There's cooking, haunting. Cobblestone just being mined. And also, if you notice how convoluted it is just to keep doubling speeds. Oof. Ag. This used to be a good computer. Oh yeah, can't do quite that. But there's enough room I could do. I could go back this way. Oh, hey, that's turning it back down, isn't it? Need to double it. Yeah, stack it. Double. See, I need to start 1 over. Boop. That's double. 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 Should I go the other way? I already forgot how I just built it. I guess I could easily just come back to here. You see this is going super fast. Plug it in. And it's broken. Too much stress. Not enough stuff paying into the system. So instead, maybe we got to here. Maybe that was enough. Like, we sped up a bunch. Maybe just belt drive it the rest of the way. That seems pretty reasonable. We're using over half our stress. No, don't rain. Okay. But yeah, there's one way to do it. Again, bit crazy. At that point, I'd probably want to use rotation speed controllers. Boop. Oh, same. Okay. Guess here's an interesting question. Like, would just another one of these be enough to... Wait, would just... Oh, we've almost doubled. Yeah, we're over double. So they were getting better. Almost. Just a little over. Actually, can't... Does this work? Where's the... I got way too many things. Give? Can you put a fan over a campfire to generate power? That was I think that was a thing in one of these. But I don't think it is now. Oh, you can die. I think the industrial fan might be able to do it. Yeah. Because one version create, I think I did a downward facing fan with just a block of netherrack burning underneath it to just provide a little bit of rotational force to power a cuckoo clock. Oh, that was funny. This is great. Look how terrible and awful and convoluted this is. It's great. So I guess one way you could do this is use another water wheel. There we go. Zoop. Oh, that's interesting. Look, this one's not working. Or the bottom one's just bound up. Because now these are completely unconnected. And those are overstressed. But now with everything together, yay! Oh, but now we're not getting any cobblestone. That's funny. Hey, wait a minute. Actually, yeah, now we can put that back. Here we go, cobblestone generator, just chugging along. Along with a full range of smoking, washing, drying. Or not drying, but smoking, washing, blasting, haunting. And yeah, there's ways to make this more compact. But yeah. I think previously I built some things to use my mills for farming and stuff. Bonk, sorry. Yeah. Fun little random stuff and create. I got rid of the hand crank. One of the things that I like to do and create is make elevators. Don't know if I'll bother doing that or not. Sleep to get rid of the phantoms. Yeah, I just right click to see stop it. And the more sail blocks you have on one of these, the faster it goes. In this case, I think we're still at like 1 RPM probably. No, we doubled it. We're up to 2. Think. Oh, where do we stop? Oh, lag. So like this shows how you can use a plow to, in this case, just break items and pop stuff up. And that can collect, but like create farmland. Nope. or kick things. Yeah, like that just. Think I have a bearing or whatever. I mean, not a windmill bearing, but just a mechanical bearing. And it spins it. So like you do a windmill bearing up top. A mechanical bearing underneath, right? There it goes. Maybe this is what I was thinking of. Me just using this to like extend. Because I don't know how far this super glues. I think super glue is what I need, but let's just do this just to. Boop. Yeah, see there. Then that's just directly on this thing. I think with chassis blocks, you don't have to do super glue quite the same. Now, which way does this go? Yeah, I do need to do super glue. Maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. Do 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 do. Oh, that'll dry out. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, right? So 1, 1, 2. Yeah. Well, these corners should actually work too, but the automated thing is fine. You'll pop it up, okay. Only problem with doing this is that there's nowhere to park that. So as soon as you stop it, you'd have to like manually. But like now, does that work? Oh, hey, that can still spin. Yeah, you have to make sure you have a place to park it. And you can maybe auto do it. Park it or not, you know. And now, like, it only harvests what needs to be harvested, right? So let's just pretend it's just only a wheat field. I don't remember if it'll replant or not. But see, then you wouldn't just have them directly cooked like this anyway. You'd have something in between them so that it would be able to harvest and put them in an inventory, and then every so often link that inventory up with something to offload it. Yeah, when it harvests, it replants, right? Here we got lag. Yeah. Does the harvest have to be touching? They will harvest and reset any mature crops on their way. And if there's an inventory attached, they'll automatically pick it up. The interface is how you would swap them. So yeah, that won't stop it. It says without the need to stop the contraction. I assume it still will literally stop it a bit. But then it'll just keep moving. The question is could you potentially make could you make a tool swap? Make it where it can harvest on one side. Swap out a tool. Gantry stuff? You could move. You can have a lever to move stuff back and forth. Huh. See, there you can do an up or down. Could you still make something spin? You have to get redstone to that to be able to make that then spin. Oh, but you also got just the pistons to be able to move stuff up and down too. Oh, or where'd you go? An elevator pulley or a rope pulley do it? What's it using there? You're loading a cannon. Wonder if there's a way to raise and lower this thing and spin it. Or do you just put up the fact that you gotta have a parking space for this? Or do you have them just set to a really long gantry that can just sweep across? And then it parks out of the way. That might be a way. Huh. Well, I mean, might as well try, huh? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do I need what? A clutch or a gear shift or what is it? Ooh, an overstress clutch. Trivial clutch. There's new clutches. You just swap directions, right? Or you just turn it on and off. Sorry. Need like a gear shift, I think. No, gear shift. Gearbox. Windmill bearing. Okay, bare minimum. Bare minimum's pretty slow. Okay, so then if we had a gantry carriage. And a lever. Always that slow. Just kind of stopped so I can pop this off. Yeah. What's the plow? What can the plow do again? Just pop up items. What if we had drills? No? Super slow. Just curious if they dig. If they go through trees. It does go through. Okay, chicken got annoyed. Texas Farm Lake, I don't know what that means. Okay, so like... Two, three, four, five, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 4. You're out of the way. Oh, yeah. Getting weird lag and all over the place. Uh, but anyway. They have some sort of motor. Like a creative. Yeah. Okay. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then, okay, let's try this. I didn't realize you were part of it, so. 6, 7, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Oh, because we park on there. And we need to go one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. 1, 4. There we go. So see then, you've got a whole field. Why does the rain keep coming? You know what? Let's brew coffee. Can you just eat raw, unroasted coffee beans? So I guess you can manually tell this to go. Is there a way you could automatically have it just kind of go back and forth? Maybe an observer or something that could change it once it gets there. Toggles with every its own pulse. Transfer red send signal wirelessly within range. There we go. So like, so if we did a powered toggle latch. And then the wireless thing. What's the wireless thing called? It's done like. Alright, you're the thing that observes. Okay, so you go through and harvest stuff. And then as soon as this detects it, it'll flip it, right? Yeah. Oh. You need to be in receive mode. I think. You took the observer with you? What? Yes, that's fine. Oh, they actually can't move past that. In that case, it'd be better if the observer was over on the side here. But that's fine. Either way, we just send it. See, I think the weather in Minecraft works in such a way that if you keep using the cheats to tell it to stop raining, like the rain will just keep coming. I better start doing something about that soon. Great chests. Guess you can't just upgrade in place. Find out. Okay, there you go. Cook that. Okay. Just do the. Let's just do the saw. Okay. Silly me. Just do it there. There. Because then when it stops, it'll go, right? You go all the way back. Go all the way forward. Yay. See what else you would do is that oh no. Oops. It's all broken now. Let's see. Super glue back out because oh, heaven knows I'm gonna need it. I'll just stick you there. Yes. Bye. There we go. There, you're connected. I can go away. Here's where we do a regular clutch. Before we'd have our motor. Now you switch directions all willy-nilly. Being still turning you off in that location. Probably should build a delay into the thing. Actually, the latch could have stayed. Curious. Can the pulse repeater be configured longer? Up to an hour. Nice. We can do 10 seconds. Oh, coffee fruit. Turn you to receive. And then 10 seconds. Come back through. And then I can turn you off. Cool. And yeah, and like a windmill or something can be set up right there instead of the motor. So that's an idea. Heck, like this drill, you don't even have to plumb it into your other thing here. You can just, again, windmills are pretty simple, surprisingly. You can make pretty fancy ones without a lot of materials. Alright, it's 1 o'clock. I've been poking around for 2.5 hours. Wow. You know. Alright. Okie dokie. Well, you've been watching Clean Us Grow. I hope you've had a good time and you've enjoyed what you've been watching. Yeah, I need to get to bed. So yeah, if you've enjoyed what you've been watching, please, I would love if you could give me a follow. If you happen to be watching over on YouTube, which hopefully I'll get this uploaded, but who knows? It wasn't really a super duper planned out stream, so never know. There's your sprinkle. Oh, maybe. Spreads 1,000 ml buckets of diluted bone meal in a 5x5 area. Huh. Sprinkler. I wonder what, like, what its range is. But yeah. 10 seconds I think is good, because then yeah, you got plenty of time to like, ooh, let me go stop it. Especially if you wanted to swap out the tool heads for like plows again. Just take everything up. Anyway, yeah. If this ends up on YouTube, please like and subscribe. Would be amazing. Really would be awesome to be able to actually like do this as a living. Something I've honestly, it is something I've always wanted to do since I was a kid. It just wasn't a thing then. Kind of ahead of the curve, but then ahead of curve in the idea, but execution I'm way behind. So who knows? Anyway, words stuff. My outro needs to be like, cleaned up. But until I actually, start being more professional, figure stuff out. Love y'all. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Let me know in the comments or if you, especially YouTube, yeah, let me know in the comments what sort of stuff you want to see me play. Yeah, anyway, love y'all. Talk to you later. Goodbye. Oh, I can't just hit my button on the thing because the thing's not working. Okay. And pause screen. Alright. Bye-bye.